if they choose to show us their talent. Looking at the Spurs lineup today, Conor Glancy, who arrived at Spurs this summer from Celtic, makes his first start for the under-18s. Tyler Tingey, who was excellent in the Youth League this week, starts at the heart of the Spurs defence. Ty Hall is the captain, and Arman Muslika will look to add to his 7 goals that he has already scored in this campaign. Well, the Ipswich goalkeeper's been kept pretty busy this season, and he hasn't always been able to keep them out. They have conceded 34 in 9 games so far. They are by far and away the worst defence in this league. They lost 8-2 to West Ham last time out. Their standout player, who is Pedder, who wears 10, scored both of the goals, and he will definitely be the player to watch out for here for Ipswich Town. And away we go. Spurs looking to keep up what has been a really good run. Reacted really well to defeat. Suffered a defeat in the game against Southampton, lost by 4-2. But it's 3 matches unbeaten in the league. And this is a very good opportunity here for Tottenham Hotspur against an Ipswich side who've only won once all season long, for Spurs to put themselves right up in the mix at the top of the table. Ollie Boast is leading the line. He was the intended target with the ball. 4 league goals for Ollie Boast already so far this season. Couldn't get after that one. Here is Tyler Tingey, who was excellent in the Youth League this week against Copenhagen. Spurs didn't quite get the result that they were hoping for. Lost in the end by 3-2, but what a wonderful experience for Tyler Tingey at the back. As Spurs win a free kick here. And Adjikum is the one who has won it. Spurs have taken it quickly. And Tingey has worked it wide, this time out towards Thomas at right back. Well, Spurs showing an eagerness already to get the 2 fullbacks up into more forward areas. We've seen that a lot from the under-21s as well, that they are pressing very aggressively. And it's the counter-press as Spurs try and win the ball back high up the field. And it has proved to be really effective for Wayne Burnett's group. And it's a tactic now being employed by the under-18s as well. Good challenge by Tingey, and the chase being led here by Muslika. And Muslika driving on, trying to get the better of the fullback with a push on Riley Joe Barry, and well, that means it's going to be a free kick for Ipswich. Going to be very interesting to see how Ipswich perform here, given the way that they did perform last time out, losing by 8-2 to West Ham. And interestingly, West Ham have not been one of the better teams in the division over the course of this season. Second time in this campaign that Ipswich have conceded 8, having also lost to Crystal Palace by 8-0 back in September. And it would suggest that there is a bit of a soft underbelly to this Ipswich team, although they've started pretty well. Again, it's that ball from Tingey to Thomas. And this time it's Murtai who chases away, trying to get in on the action on the right-hand side, but his chase after the ball is well covered by the centre-back Wilkinson. And it goes out for a goal kick for Ipswich Town. Tingey's header. And Thomas is chasing. Tingey tidies up, but he's unable to find Murtai. Does enough, though, to get the danger away. Got a few of the under-18s who are stepping up today to play in Premier League 2 for the under-18s. Harry Byrne making his first league start. Tiggy again with that pass. Seems to be something that Spurs have been working on this week. And it's good closing down again. Thomas will go back as Spurs try to open up the space. Blake Iro starting in goal for the under-18s. That's a decent ball from him as well. Spurs chasing and trying to get the ball into these wide areas just outside of the penalty area. Those passes haven't quite connected just yet.
Top line ready! Yes, Isaac!
Well, here comes Tottenham Hotspur, up to the edge of the penalty area. Muslika delivers across the face of goal and sliding to get there. It's just beyond the reach of Glancy. That would have been a wonderful start to life at Spurs in his first start for the under-18s. Nice idea by Muslika, having such a brilliant season. Not quite, wasn't too far away though from connecting. Well, the early ball is one for Boast to chase. Was a nice idea from Cameron Thomas at right back. And Tiggy will race back. It looks to be a real modern centre-back. He's very good with the ball at his feet, but he still has all of that defensive nature that you really do need for a centre-back. Proved to be very effective in forward areas in the Youth League in the week. Could so easily have scored. And also laid on an assist for the goal for Callum Olasese.
Yeah, well done! Well done!
Murtai providing the press. And Spurs are chasing pretty hard to get after the ball. And in the end, it's Feeney who comes across to make sure it's poked away. Another who started in that match against Copenhagen this week. Ty Hall squares the pass and Adjicum is there. And Glancy looking to link up here with Muslika. Muslika's cross comes all the way through. And Murtai giving chase, but he is unable to get there. Boast is in a bit of a wrestling match to get after the ball. Murtai trying to offer a helping hand, but he won't get there. Glancy had a quick look to see whether or not there was a pass that was ahead of him, and there wasn't. Sensibly he rolls back, and it's Tingy who will look to start the move here for Tottenham Hotspur. He feeds through, Thomas is on the charge, claiming a corner. And Spurs will get the decision here. Tottenham Hotspur corner to be taken here by Muslika. Muslika in towards the front post, nobody there waiting for Tottenham Hotspur, going to get another go. This time a bit deeper. And Boeki King is the one who gets that one away. And Muslika on the edge of the penalty area was trying to zigzag his way into the box. And he's won himself a free kick. There was a late challenge. Does really well in a tight spot here, Muslika. And now we wait to see what Spurs can do with this free kick. The wall will be pushed back. It certainly doesn't look anywhere near to be 10 yards. A bit better now. Well, the invitation is there to curl this one around the wall. And Muslika goes the other way. Goalkeeper was not expecting that. What a wonderful strike. And what a brilliant season this young man is having. Well, he moves on to 8 goals in the league now in just 9 appearances. And this is a stunner. And Spurs now lead against Ipswich. Well, in every way, the goalkeeper had set up the wall to invite Muslika to try to go the other way. But he saw his chance to catch the keeper out. That's exactly what he's done here. What a brilliant goal from Armin Muslika. Another super talent coming through the Spurs Academy. And you just wonder whether Ipswich now might start to unravel, given recent results and the way they have performed over the course of this season.
Not too far.
Ty Hall's pass was a bit short. Adjicum had to improvise, didn't quite work out, but he didn't allow Ipswich to drive away up into more forward areas. A looping throw-in here for Adjicum to deal with, and he's managed to get that one away. Tidy play in midfield by Longway. Ipswich driving and trying to respond to that brilliant Spurs goal from Muslika. Ipswich have done pretty well. Thomas is back on defence. He's given the ball away, and the effort really isn't too far away from the captain, Longway. Had Blake Iro diving across towards his left-hand side here. Well, this could easily have been an equaliser, but Longway puts the chance wide, but really wasn't far away from hitting the target. Clever touch by Feeney. Fooled the Ipswich defender. Garcia with a foul. And Spurs will go back. Good tempo about the way the Spurs have approached this game so far. Seems to be a very clear understanding of the way they want to play. Glancy's ball is good. Adjicum is away. Decent block though by Barry, the defender. Just as Spurs were looking to carve out another move.
No cross, where you feet, good boy.
Lock in, Sol!
Yes, Jojo!
Now you come out.
Good set.
Stay, Jojo, stay! Stay, Jojo! Ready,
Back
back,
down,
Leon!
Leon.
Leon! Yes, Jojo, where you think? On!
Well, a fairly obvious foul. Ty Hall wins the free kick. And it's taken very quickly indeed. Worked out towards the left-hand side to Glancy, who is trying to get into the game. Decent ball in, well turned away, going to be a Spurs corner. First team have a game that kicks off at 12:30 today. The lineup has just been announced. Colomawani and Richarlison both starting, which is interesting. Spurs corner. Nice delivery in towards the front post, well turned away. And Feeney's touch is gathered up here by Olajide. Now Ty Hall driving on.
Jojo, round the two! Cameron, as soon as it comes, start to pull away. Wait.
Well, Spurs looking to create another opportunity here. And the deflection carries away. It will be a Tottenham Hotspur throw-in. Also worth a mention that Spurs have a couple of academy players who are featuring on the bench today for the first team. In fact, 3, Scarlett, Camrich and Rosewell. What an experience for those 3. Chases on. Here comes Adjicum for Spurs. Decent looking ball in. And the challenge with both lurking was definitely needed. It's turned away for another Tottenham Hotspur corner. Corner taken short. Spurs change the angle of attack. What a chance. George Feeney wrapping his foot nicely around that one. And it was bending, but not quite enough. Really good effort, though, here from George Feeney. Lovely strike of the ball. Good pressure here from Spurs. Started the game really well. Looking very dominant. Looking very confident too. Wayne Burnett made the point about the players who've just recently stepped up to the under-21s, and it's incredible to see what they are doing at such a young age, given that there are lots of 16 and 17-year-olds who've only just stepped up. But I think this young group, who are lots of them first-year scholars, are performing ever so well and showing really good signs. I sat with Clive Allen this week, and he said that he thought that this young Spurs group might have a really good opportunity to have a go for the FA Youth Cup this season, and I think that's a really good point. Spurs have won the Premier League Cup and the Premier League 2 title over recent seasons with the academy. It would be lovely to see that one added to the collection. Ipswich into the penalty area. Good strength, good save. Wonderful stop by Blake Iro, who is very smartly down to deny Ipswich's number 9. Well, he did very well indeed here up against Tingy to come away with the ball. And Iro, who saw that late, makes a really smart save. Well, the chase is on here, and Tingy under pressure gets the ball away with Pedder right on his shoulder. And now Ipswich taking the turn to try and give Spurs a bit of their own medicine. And Spurs away from the press with a long ball forward, looking for Bose. It's landed well here. Murtai through to Bose, taken really well, has options arriving, and he manages to get the ball back onto Murtai. And Adjicum with a drive, and it's a big sliding challenge to take the ball away. A tackle that was much needed for Ipswich, who were under some pressure back there. And now at the other end, Burton Jurovic, their dangerous-looking number 9. But he tangles with Feeney. And Colossia is the left winger, and he can't get the ball into the penalty area. Well, it's an interesting battle developing between Bose and the number 5 Wilkinson, who definitely has a size advantage on Ollie Bose, but he's a tenacious customer, Ollie Bose, as we've seen over the course of this season. And the size disadvantage will not be something that he will see worrying him in any way, shape or form. Well, that's another decent effort, this time from Adedemola. And Iro is caught into another save. Quite a lot of competition within the Spurs goalkeeping department in the academy, so Blake Iro will probably be pretty glad of a chance to shine here. 2 very good saves from the Spurs keeper. Adedemola stole the ball here, went racing away. All of 30 yards, and there was zip and pace, but it was another fine save. Well, it's an attempt to chip Blake Iro, but well, he never really looked too troubled there. Saw the opportunity to go for it, Bertin Jurovic didn't execute as he would have liked. Iro this time looking towards the fullback, Cameron Thomas. Now Feeney. Well, you heard it there from the Spurs coaching team. That was a move they've clearly been working on. You're out, and Spurs are out. And Ollie Boast is the one making his way towards the penalty area. Boast with the hold-up. Muslika is arriving. And he shields off the challenge and finds Boast. Muslika. Cameron Thomas lets fly. And there was a deflection on that. It's going to be a Spurs corner kick.
Leon, stand in front of the front post, man. Go on, Leon. Go in, Leon. There you go, Leon.
Well, Spurs trying a little something, but Ipswich have men at the front post to clear this one away, and Adjicum takes the safe route all the way back to Blake Iro. Well, if the expectation for Spurs was that after scoring the first, they were about to roll Ipswich over, that hasn't been the case. Been a good response by the away side here at Hotspur Way. Clancy's touch, top of the shoulder by Muslika. And the breakaway along the left-hand side sees Spurs step away, but it's a flag raised for offside. I think you often see within teams relationships starting to blossom, and relationships that can have such a positive effect. I think we've got one at the moment in the under-21s with Thompson and Williams-Barnett when they both play together. We have seen in previous years Jamie Donnelly and Will Lancashire, who sparked up such a fine partnership. And I think Clancy and Muslika, for whatever reason, just seem to have a brilliant awareness of one another, early stages, but I think it's one to watch out for. Ipswich into position, and Iro called into action again. And it's another top save from the Spurs goalkeeper, this time to deny Boa Kaiking. And Murtai does well. He's won the ball back here for Spurs. On the break, looking dangerous. Can't see the pass through to Boast. He's going to have to go the other way. Muslika waiting close by. And he tries to send one goalwards, but it's another brilliant challenge by Longway, the number 6 and captain for Ipswich, who's having a brilliant game. 3 or 4 times now we've seen him come diving in out of nowhere to take the ball away. And the ball gets trapped under the feet of Adedemola. Well, lovely burst away for Ipswich. Won the ball by stealing it from Thomas and worked it well to Boakai King in space. But Blake Iro is there, and despite the awkward bounce, is able to push the ball away. Very impressive showing so far from the Spurs keeper. Seems to enjoy that dive down towards his right-hand post. 3 times in the game, he's looked very comfortable making his way down towards that spot. Glancy, the number 11 for Spurs. Again, looking for Muslika. Was really prolific when he was in Scotland with Celtic, Conal Glancy. Scored 15 goals for the under-16s last season. And that alerted a number of clubs to the fact that he could be an interesting player, and Spurs have made the move for him. Feeney in with a big challenge, and now trying to offer a helping hand. There was a bit of a nudge in there from Feeney, and that worked out pretty well because Pedder, the number 10, went to the ground. Spurs won the ball back. Well, Spurs are attacking with Muslika. And now Glancy waits for the overlapping run. Adjicum provides it. Desperate defending again from Ipswich. And they managed to get themselves back and clear that one away. Tyhall's touch, Muslika's turn, heads towards the penalty area, drives one and looks for his second of the game. It's well pushed away this time by Will Fletcher. Well, given what we've seen from Muslika so far this season, the expectation was that this one would nestle in the bottom corner. Really wasn't too far away from being the case. The physio called into action here for Ipswich, and the players can take a break and come to the side of the field. Well, interesting to watch the conversations here. Deep conversations with Olajide and Tingy, the two centre-backs for Spurs. It's Bradley Allen who is on the side of the field there, just passing on the advice. So we are just about ready for this Tottenham Hotspur corner that will be taken by Muslika. And it's turned to the edge of the penalty area where Feeney waits, and he will turn in. Clattered right into the side of the face of Wilkinson, the centre-back. And then the second ball in is overhit for Spurs, and it goes out here for a goal kick. Big header by Feeney, and it's headed away by Ipswich. Spurs eager to get on with the game, with Ipswich only, for now, having 10 on the field. Well, the ball is launched down to the corner. Boast is trying to turn, but he can't. Spurs force their way through the middle. Muslika into Glancy, gets the ball out from under his feet. The keeper came a long way. And when you're committed like that, well, you have to make your mark, and he certainly did that. It's a really good stop by the Ipswich Town keeper. They're doing really well to keep this scoreline down. Been a far better response from them, the away side, than we expected here, that is for sure. Well, Spurs breaking here with Muslika. What a fine ball into Murtai. Well, this looked really promising here for Spurs for a moment. And Glancy in his first start looking for a goal, but it's well saved by the keeper. And we're going to have another stoppage here.
That's better. Connell, rather than get to the half-turn front, you go, full speed. Might go your side.
Well, this was the Spurs breakaway here, and it's the collision that happens with Leon Murtai, the Spurs number 7, that causes the issue here for Garcia. The Ipswich number 3, who is down receiving some treatment.
Will. Close, top line. Coleman, do the favour, keep one side. Will, in. Benji. Come on, lock it up. Nice, hold the 6. Beyond. This is 1. One. Up. Take the seconds up. Stay there. Stay.
Well, Ipswich have done well to get themselves into position here. Pedder, the number 10, bursting away, but Tingy is the one who races after it. Both teams are claiming that that is their ball, but it will go Tottenham Hotspur's way.
First touch, forward. Hey! Good. Yes. Yes, Joel. Yes, Joel. Benji, Archie. Flick it.
Come on, inside. Body.
Good challenge by Ty Hall, anticipated that one well. And Spurs will come away with the ball. Work it out to Glancy here. Lika went down under a challenge ahead of play. I must confess I was watching the ball, I didn't see it, but well, the protest would suggest that he would feel he should have got a free kick here. Watch him there, top of your picture. And it's an elbow that comes across from Archie Brown, the number 4 for Ipswich. And it hit the chest of Muslika. Glancy's delivery here, and it's only just a whisker beyond Ollie Bose. It's a really teasing delivery in. Very similar to the kind of deliveries we see from Tina Thompson, who was such a big player for this team. Well, promising signs for Conall Glancy, but that second goal for Tottenham Hotspur proving to be a bit elusive here. Hit the 45. Could be a chunk of time that gets added to the 45 with a couple of stoppages that we've had in the game. And that battle between Bose and Wilkinson continues to rage on. That was a decent ball, but a very difficult one to take down for Pedder. Ipswich have a corner, looking to find an equalising goal before the half-time break. They've certainly threatened to do that. Nice ball. And the glancing header away comes from Olajide. And Ipswich will have another corner now from the opposite side.
Step towards the 10, Ben!
Ipswich deliver, and their big number 9 takes his chance, and then Nkatosia takes a wild swing. Spurs eventually have got the ball away. And Muslika keeps things tidy. Has got a lovely touch, and Boast will chase all the way to keep the pressure on at the other ends. Well, he concedes a free kick, but he's done enough to keep play down at this end, as Ipswich were chasing pretty hard for an equalising goal. Decent header by Olajide, and Adjicum will make the clearance. Well, Muslika seemed to lose it in the air, been a real battling performance from Feeney. Adjicum lends a helping hand as well.
Joel! Hit. Daniel, hips and shoulders. Indy, no! Yes, that's
Well, Spurs trying to connect with Ollie Boast on the edge of the penalty area. Not a connection that is made.
Oh, Daniel, narrow. Well done!
Jojo, stay on side, Jojo.
Go on, Ro! Well done! Can you change it? Indy, stay in that gate. Indy, find that sweet spot between the line. Daniel, it's you or Indy.
Leon, you got to come in, Leon.
Find you or
Leon, you
Indy.
got to come in.
Well, there we go, the whistle for half-time. And Spurs are on top. And what a goal it was to put Spurs here. Muslika with a free kick, curled in brilliantly into the top corner. It's his 8th league goal of the season, and it's Spurs who lead at the break here at Hotspur Way by 1-0. Well, we're back underway, and this is the challenge for Spurs to find that second goal. And that might just puncture any hope that Ipswich do have in this match, but also if Spurs can get the victory, would really put them in the mix at the top end of the table as far as the title is concerned. Now, it's not one standout team at the moment. Looks as though there are lots of teams who are more than capable of beating one another.
Jojo! Kick up the chain! Ready? Keep discipline! Keep discipline with it! Good! Behind you! Go!
Well, Spurs living a bit dangerously at the back, but they've got themselves away. And Adjicum will look for Ollie Boast. And now Muslika was quickly trying to turn on for Ty Hall. He wasn't on his toes, and Ipswich on the breakaway, but Feeney, who's really caught the eye with his defensive work in this game, is backtracking, and he manages to get there.
Pass! George, make it 2v1, we can!
Kick. Let's just play, for goodness sake. Why have you got to speak to him? Just get on with it.
Higher time! Off the back of them, time!
Well, Ipswich get the ball up to Burton Jurovic. And he drives towards the penalty area, looking to see what he can create. And then an effort that's not too far away from troubling Blake Iro, but crucially over the top of the bar. And Spurs are safe for now.
Side inside!
Yes, quicker on! She's too sharp!
Come on, one play!
Joe. That's a corner. Post. Movement. That's a corner. Joe.
Well, Spurs have a free kick. Muslika will take, and the header was there for Cameron Thomas. A vital deflection to take it away from goal by Ipswich, and Spurs now have a corner.
Sprint out. Go on. Yes, Connell. Yes, Connell.
Well, Spurs work it to the edge of the box, and it's another nice delivery, and there's the second goal. Well, Ollie Boast certainly isn't the tallest player inside that penalty area, but there he is. Guides it way beyond the keeper, Will Fletcher, and Spurs double their advantage here. Well, a lovely move on the edge of the box. And Glancy's touch back. Bose manages to reach it. What a wonderful header.
There we go in.
Hard here, Mostly. Hard, that side, mostly. That side, hard.
Give yourself depth.
Good, stop.
Give yourself depth.
Pressing, ready, Tyler. Ready, Tyler.
Well, Spurs have a second, and Ollie Boast has a 5th league goal for the season. Well, it was well watched there by Blake Iro, who came out pretty smartly and managed to get there. Well, Spurs have got some work to do as the ball is sent in behind. That was unfair, though. That will be a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. The nudge on Olachide by Bertin Jurovic in the back was fairly obvious. I'm not entirely sure why he's protesting his innocence there.
Well done, very good.
Well, Leon Murtai on one side and Glancy on the other, causing Ipswich lots of problems. Here's Feeney. And now here is Murtai, and his low delivery clips the heels of Feeney as he was trying to find a way through, and that means that Spurs are unable to carve out another move. But Jurovic, the tall striker here for Ipswich Town. And Katosia with a curling delivery. And Spurs stand up to the test that is thrown their way. They've cleared away, although not completely.
offset, you cross it. Steady, steady.
Yes, Roman! Yes, Roman! Yes, Roman!
Yeah, roll,
Yes,
roll,
Roman!
come on, roll.
Well, Spurs were looking for the free kick, nothing arrives. But Nurovic into position, the pass was heavy, and that meant the Spurs could snap in and clear that one away. And Olajide manages to get Spurs to some kind of safety.
Closer to the goalie.
Well, that is deep, to say the least, and it's punched away in there by Iro. Ipswich are still hunting. Spurs finally managed to get the ball clear. Well, it's a decent looking ball, but it's well turned away. Well, they are looking here for the penalty, Ipswich, and, well, I think the referee spotted that the key word was looking. Boyka King went down rather theatrically. Well, that's a decent looking ball. And Tingy allowed the player to bring the ball down and then managed to get rid of it pretty easily. Well, the ball in from Pedder was not one that I think he was expecting, but it proved to be a bit of a test for Iro, but he grabs hold.
Yes, Roman! Commit! Walking forward, Roman! Walking forward! Roman!
Good, well done. Well done, Indiana.
Box run, Indy! Yes, Indy! Ahmed! Try it! Get it and turn!
Don't get above it.
Indy, the six!
Control the six.
Go narrower, go closer to him,
Go,
Joel.
Joe.
Yes, step!
Go, Joe.
Let him step, Roman! Roman!
Position, well done. Try, go get it. Yes, try.
Down the six, Indy!
Yes, try. Roman,
Well, the chase
forward.
is being led here by Spurs and Murtai. And his pass comes all the way through. Lovely touch, Glancy. Glancy has a look and delivers in, and Spurs chasing that third goal. Can't quite get the final touch they need in order to secure it. Well, Spurs change coming up. Oscar Sanderford is about to be introduced. Conor Glancy here with a wonderful turn. Quickly away. And just unable to pick out a teammate in the middle. The keeper, Fletcher, got a big touch. And Sanderford is on for Spurs.
Stay under tight, security tight.
Good, Ollie. Round the 6, Indy.
Indy, the 6.
Well,
Yes, Joel. Size up, might be you. Hey, Joel, there.
good, Joel.
Good decision.
Good, Fletchy. Which one is Joel?
Again.
Get ready here.
Step, play through.
Good sliding challenge. The ricochet works out well though for Muslika, who was doing his best to spin away and see if he could add another. Well, Spurs again trying to get in behind here. The keeper came. And the follow through here has just caught Leon Murtai. Well, here's the penalty shout we saw for Ipswich only moments ago. And I think the player is going down before the contact. And, well, I think that's a big part of the reason the referee doesn't really have too much in the way of interest.
Yes, sir, Phoenix, let's go.
Well, Phoenix of Fire is preparing to come on here. I'm assuming that Leon Murtai is about to make way.
Posty. Posty. George, tell Posty off the side. Killer.
So a Spurs change is underway, and Phoenix of Fire is the replacement.
Go short. Don't want to be out there. Oh, it's up to you. If you're going to go short, get Kellyanne on it.
Well, a bit of work for the Spurs defence to do here. And it's tidy work to take it back to Iro. Both trying to let the ball run. And with Murtai heading off of the field, Ollie Bose moving over to the right-hand side to accommodate Phoenix of Fire, who is on the ball here, or at least was trying to be. That's a lovely ball by Longway over the top. And Ademola with an opportunity that he hammers straight at Blake Iro. Caught into action again. Have plenty of work to do in this game, the Spurs keeper. And again, he stands up to another big test. Lifted on by Sanderford down into the corner. Ty Hall is chasing and putting the pressure on, and that was worth doing because he's won a throw in here for Spurs in a really good area. Spurs away from trouble. Clancy's pass was intercepted, but Muslika is onto it, and he tries to spray one in the direction of Boast, who was racing clear. And it doesn't quite work out for Spurs, but it nearly did. Well, there's the turn and shots, and it's down to the left-hand side this time. Pedar looking to beat Iro, and he just about manages to work it around the post. Quickly got the ball out from under his feet, but it's smart stuff from the keeper, who wasn't taking any risks. Really good chance. Boa Kai King inside the penalty area. All on his own. Managed to get free of any of the Spurs defenders and probably should have done a bit more.
Roman, stop running to where he's going.
Take it. Give it the wing attack.
Spurs chasing clear, both hammers in, Spurs have one, Phoenix are fire, makes it Tottenham Hotspur 3, Ipswich 0. Lovely breakaway by Bose, who scored the second and he provides the third, laid onto a plate. And Phoenix are fire, the substitute, waiting in position. Lovely movement from him. And this is turning into a very good match for Spurs. And it's time for another change. It's going to be Tojo Wellspring who comes on here. And Ty Hall, the captain, is the one who will make way. Brilliant performance from him in midfield here for Tottenham Hotspur. Tojo Wellspring will enter the action.
Calm now, Cam. One play, Cam. Well done, Sol. Armand, excellent. Phoenix, excellent.
Steady, Roman. You have to go all the way across. You've got to control the space. Chain in. Get ready. Yes, Ro. Go on, copy us. Copy us. Copy us.
Body. Good.
Well, now Spurs are chasing and doing their best to get after it and looking to add more to the tally. Muslika felt that he'd won that fairly, but the referee has blown the whistle. And it's going to be a free kick here for Ipswich Town.
Back through you. Come and land on the ball, Todd.
Come on, Todd. Connect.
Go lower, Cam. Lower, Cam.
Good, Joel. Good.
Roman! Hit the depth, Sol. Hit some depth.
Tingy lifts one onto Oscar Sanderford, and he will try to get Spurs in. And Phoenix are fire, who scored number 3, cuts it back. Muslika, what can he do? Well, he can hit the post. Very close indeed to grabbing his second of the game. Denied by the foot of the right-hand post here. Lovely football. Really fine feet too from Muslika. Evading challenges, finding room. And nearly for Spurs, very nearly.
Joel, where should you be, Joel? I should be reminding you, Joel.
Go get it, Todd. Cameron. Make the box!
That's a corner!
Yes, Connell! Oscar! Connell! Oscar! Yes, Connell!
Get your set! Be ready!
Give it to him!
Go, Joe!
Killian!
Killian!
Isaac! Arms!
Adjust.
Arms!
First contact!
Spurs free kick is cleared away by Ipswich, who will now look to break away, and Feeney covers the space.
Get your shape!
Benji! Isaac, higher! Benji, don't leave him
Your
there!
side,
Benji!
Armin! Ready, Armin! Free Armin! Go, George! Go, George! Good boy, Armin! Jump! Jump! Double run, Phoenix!
Go on, be part of it! Joel, pull! Pull out! Pull out! Go on, Benji!
Second ball!
Good!
Well, there was a use of an arm there. The fans were calling for it. The referee allows Pedder to go. And this has landed really well here for Ipswich, but it's Tingy who's across. And Spurs are showing that they really want to make sure that this is going to be a clean sheet, as well as the flurry of goals that we've seen.
Archie, closer to Kellyanne.
Oh, what a chance, and it was really well hit too, but it's over the top of the bar.
Stay row. Isaac.
Yes, yes, yes! 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 Stay with it! Good!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir!
Yellow card for that challenge will go the way of Archie Brown.
Isaac, 14. Isaac, 14 then. Yes, indeed, step. Yes, indeed. Yes, Rose. Yes, there we go.
Yes, you are! Body! 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 Well done!
Work it!
Keep working it! Keep working it!
Sol, don't get pulled out, Sol.
Roman! Hold! Hold, Rose! Stay! Stay, Roman! Come round! Come round!
Son, boy, got to land on it, son. You've got to free yourself. On the island, yes, bounce!
Yes, Rose! Yes, Rose! Yes, Rose! Good!
Guys, first bit's really good. Second bit, just careful. Control the 8!
In near the 8!
You see
The
8!
8!
Control the 8!
You ready to kick, you see, Shah? Go!
Yep!
Yes, you see, Shah?
Sodge. Off turn, Sodge. Off turn.
Yes, Joel! Yes, Isaac, it's you, Ike. Good! Stay with it! Good!
Oh, wonderful chance, and another top save by the diving Blake Iro, who is having quite the game. Well, that was heading in until his intervention here. Lovely work from the Spurs keeper. Ollie Bowes shows his strength, but he's then looked after by Garcia, the returning defender for Ipswich, who is able to get that one clear.
Hey, you two! Play! 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 Still do it, you two! Come on! Still play! Be the third man, Oscar. Oscar, pull one up. Bring the third, you're the third man. Oh, George, stay.
Go on, Oscar.
Wait, stay still, Oscar.
Corner of the box. Corner of the box.
Well, Spurs will take it short, and Sandiford waits to deliver one in, which he's done here.
Stay with it. Joel!
And this is a wonderful effort. Well, look at the reaction from the Spurs players. That would have been goal of the season, teed up very nicely by Olajide. And he's only just wide of the target.
Get under it, Killian!
Really skillfully done here by the Spurs centre-back, I should remind you.
Game set, early.
Third man, Oscar.
Well, to the edge of the box it goes. Spurs have hammered in another. And they just keep on coming here. And they really do keep on flowing for Arman Muslika. Really neatly done from the corner here. He gets away from the challenge far too easily. And then strikes with real power down towards the corner. Spurs have 4.
Well played, lads. Well done. Keep going. Heads up. Same again. Armin. Same again. Phoenix. Phoenix. What? Phoenix. Defend it. Defend the long pass. Let's go. Don't fall. Can you gotta hit it? Defend it.
Got it last time.
Big challenge by Wellspring. And Muslika on a hat-trick now. Not going to happen this time. Olajide heads all the way back to Blake Iro here.
Roll it. Roll it. What's in and out?
Yes, indeed. It's Roman.
Front, George. Speed down, George. Cam, you get this, Cam.
Ready. In and out. Oh, you gotta get closer.
Phoenix.
Go on.
Phoenix.
Go. Go.
Phoenix. Stay,
Go.
Phoenix.
Go. Got the ears. Yes, got the ears.
Phoenix. Phoenix. Brilliant. Good play. Stay bright.
Stay in there, Benji. Benji, stay in. Go on, in.
Yes, get real.
Yes, run, Isaac.
Stop moving it back. This way.
Go, lock it. Go with it.
Our Spurs are chasing, and Muslika has his chance, and there was the opportunity for the hat-trick. This time well saved by Fletcher. Well, there are still 5 minutes to go. Muslika might still get it.
Well played, Taylor. Well played, George.
Lock it. Touch. Lock it.
Well, that's a decent-looking cross in. It's
Stay aggressive.
not quite the one that Spurs needed, though. Well, Muslika on a hat-trick. Well found again by Glancy. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Left the defender for dead, but he couldn't be the keeper on this occasion.
Talk to Joe. Ready? Tight.
Well played, you two.
Phoenix.
Isaac, hands on.
Where's the goal, Fee? Where's the goal now, Fee?
T-shirt.
Get the
Pick
ball,
up the chain
Todd.
at some point. Go,
Amen.
working. Roman, get out of there. Get out of there, Roman. You see, sir. Yeah, kick up the chain. Roman, get out of there. Kick the t-shirt up. Will, go kicks Joel. Joel's the one that's out.
Yes, ref.
Substitution. Which number?
George.
Well, final change for Spurs. George Feeney is the one who is replaced. Kofi Smith is the one who comes on. Brilliant performance, I think, from Feeney today. Saw him wear 10 in the Youth League in the week. Slightly deeper role for him today, and he looks very at home with an 8 on his back. Lots of good tackling back in that midfield area, providing wonderful energy that's added a lot to this performance here for Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs have done well to win it back. Glancy, who is in there, looks a very good addition to this team. Going to be interesting to see what he can do over the course of the season.
Run through, Cap. Around now. Go. Try it. Forward stretch, Cap. Higher, higher.
14, you see-shirt.
Isaac.
Ollie Bose chasing away. Delivers one in. Spurs have a chance. Safia's missed that. Here is Muslika. He lays one off. Spurs chasing goal number 5. And Muslika really after this hat-trick. Here is Wellspring now for Spurs. Big deflection on the hit. Carries it through all the way through to Will Fletcher, the keeper.
Go on then. Go on it. Second ball, touch you.
Good salt. One row.
Courtney.
Get ready, kick
Yes,
off.
Courtney. Yes, Isaac. Get below it. Isaac.
Off goes Sanderford. Ollie Boast is there. Ollie Boast will cut it back. No way through this time for Spurs. They might have stolen it back here. Muslika chasing the hat-trick. Has a look one way then the other and was sending it towards that far corner. And were it not for the deflection, that could easily have been heading in. Now Glancy onto Muslika, who unselfishly sends in, and Ollie Bose has a really good opportunity. But Fletcher, the keeper, has managed to get there. And this time, he makes the save.
Get another one, Armin.
Change for Ipswich on the 90.
Isaac! Benji! Hips and shoulders! Kellyanne! Drop! Kellyanne! Drop in! Too far out!
Against it.
Armin, Diag! Armin!
again. Got it, get it.
Great, 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 good. Yes, Joel, not too bad. Does it get out to the side?
Go in, Cameron, in. Go close, Cam.
Work, Joel.
Let's stay on top of it.
Well, the whistle blows, and
Take the ball, Sol. Take the ball.
will be a free kick here for Ipswich.
Where's he going to land?
Boy, Daniel. Yes, Ives. Yes,
Hard
Ives.
again. Armand, go on. On his back, Armand. Keep going. Come on, go on, Armand. Keep going, Armand.
Stop the play, get the ball. One you see, sir. Good recovery, lads. Well done.
Well, it's a result that's going to have a big impact on the league table for Spurs here. Some of the results elsewhere are still to be completed. But as it stands, Spurs are heading up to second in the league table. And they will have a game in hand on Crystal Palace at the top. They're currently drawing their match by two goals to 2. So this could really be a performance of significance here for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, Joel. Yes, Joel. There we go.
Oh, that is a challenge not to the referee's liking. And the yellow card goes up.
Joel, you get some, come on.
Yes, sir, please, please, please.
Well, Mazlika just came across here, and it was a pretty nasty one to the ankle of Barry. Under 18s have got a pretty hectic schedule coming up. It's Burnley next Saturday, Derby the following week. Both of those games in the Premier League Cup. And then before the end of November, there'll be a few of this team who are involved in the Youth League matchup. Big game against PSG. And then massive game coming up for Spurs at the end of the month. Under 18s will face Arsenal. And it's a pretty full schedule coming in December as well for this young group before the Christmas break, and things then resume late on in January. Oh, nice curling ball, way beyond everybody though, despite the runners. Will race away for a goal kick.
Armand, drop down, Courtney, drop down, Court.
Elias, just run
Screen the 10, Elias, just run screen it.
Still got the numbers. Still got the numbers. Courtney, make the 2v1 with us.
Come on! Well done! Good!
Ollie Bose, another good performance from him, and he works his way on along the touchline. Kofi Smith is doing his best to get after the ball as well, but Ipswich bring away. And to their credit, the energy that Ipswich have put in during this game has never really dampened. Spurs have just been so prolific when it has come to seeing them in front of goal, and there it goes, final whistle. Very good performance here from Spurs. Some really wonderful goals. 2 for Muslika, 2 beauties, and Spurs are now right up in the mix at the top end of the table. Spurs under 18s 4, Ipswich 0.